Welcome back. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Timus
and Marie.
Welcome to M&T Travels today.
And Zeus.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Zeusers is in the shot. So yeah, we gotta talk about the arguably I say the most fun stuff.
Not for me. I really like Jamaica. I love Falmouth, but I'm still sticking with Coco Key was my favorite.
I'm gonna say for me, the one that had the most lively people, the one that had like the most, you felt like you were just walking into a daily life. Like,
yeah,
it didn't feel as touristy if you wanted it to. Was Falmouth, Jamaica, man. Like that place. So let's walk you through what happened that day. So first and foremost, bam, get in the port early that day. I think we got in the port like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
That was an early day, yeah.
Yeah. Like got in the port early that day. They had the water on deck again. Again, y'all, make sure y'all get that water before you leave the ship. If you got the drink package just included, or the charger to the room, if you got that drink package, do not forget to get the water before you leave. Trust me, it'll save you money. Bam, get a couple of bottles, throw it in our bag. We out. So while you're there, it's a whole bunch of buses just.
Yeah.
Gosh. All
yeah,
right.
there's a board that has all these excursions you can choose, and the buses just pull right up next to it, and it's just a transportation hub.
Yes, but when I tell y'all they are taxing, I mean.
It was very expensive.
I saw
any excursion.
Yeah.
In Falmouth was very expensive.
I saw one family drop $800 to get somewhere. Like, just to get there. It wasn't for the excursion. They were just like, where y'all going? They were like, all right, $800 for the bus. And the bus just sitting there. And they were like, oh, okay. It's kind of expensive, but yeah, we'll do it. Gave him the money. The bus sat there for another 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, geez, man. I was like, it was a tourist trap, but you know, guess you got to pay for some things. So, but when you're in Falmouth, there's actually a couple of things you can do. So, one, this is the one person will tell you: book your excursions ahead of time, outside of Royal Caribbean for this one. Don't get me wrong. When you book through Royal Caribbean, you have that Royal Caribbean guarantee. You know, they guarantee you won't miss a ship, which is great. You know, they guarantee you a good service. If not, refund. But the prices there that we saw from in the tourist area, outside the tourist area, I'm gonna talk about just the gate alone. So when you get the Falmouth, they're like, hey, Royal Caribbean puts in there that you need to have an excursion in order to get off and get out of the tourist zone. That's not true though. Like, you
can just walk.
Yeah, like we went to the gate.
We went to the gate and they were like, it was just open. And we said, can we walk? And they're like, yeah.
It was like that Rick and Morty episode where Morty's dad, oh my God, I can't remember his name right now. Jerry. Well, like Jerry went to that daycare where all the other Jerrys were, and he's like, I'm leaving. And he was like, it was an option this whole time. It was like, yeah, like it really was a whole, like people were like, oh, you can't leave, you gotta have a tour, all this. Went right to the gate, he was like, yo, we just gonna walk out. He was like, you got your ship card on? He was like, yeah. So all right, man, go ahead. And then we just walked out, and that's when we got to the real Falmouth, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's just people regularly living life. Like lined up at the credit union, gas station,
it's people
grocery market, like.
Now, it's people regularly living life, but there's also people who want to give you tours around Falmouth, and they say it's free. Just tip us at the end. I'm not a fan of that service, like I told y'all before. Let me know what you want me to pay you when I pay you. But we're not gonna have this varying scale. I don't want that. So if it's $50, $50, $100, $100. Just let me know. There's a bunch of tour guys around like, yo, it's free. You ain't gotta pay nothing, man. Just tip at the end, and you're just like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm good. But again, make sure to tell everybody I'm good and thank you. Don't be disrespectful out there. Mm-hmm. Don't be calling nobody no names or anything. Just if you want it, pay for it. If you don't, say I'm good, brother. Thank you very much. I'm good, sister. Thank you very much for your time. That's all. Keep it moving. I'm actually gonna put in a clip of us walking around Falmouth, and y'all gonna see how it is. So check it out, and you're gonna get a little real view right here.
What about get to the big city of Montego Bay?
Nah, we good, brother. Thank you, though. Thank you so much, man. We good, though. No problem, man. Be easy, bro.
Gangster, man.
No. Them days behind me, yo. Thank you. All right. But yeah, yo, we out here in Jamaica. Mad cool vibes. A lot of street vendors out. a lot of street vendors out. Oh, we good, brother. Thank you so much. But with that though, every now and then, you know, you gonna have a couple street vendors that come to you. I'm good, brother. I'm good. Thank you so much. But the sales passion, it ain't that crazy. Like if you've been to like the block or whatever. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Sorry, if you've been to the block or whatever. It's the same style, you know. People trying to make a buck. I ain't mad at them. Everybody got a dollar to make. Ain't nobody can be mad at that. They say, hey, no thanks, brother, keep it moving, man. That's all. But yeah, bro, it's live out here. Real live Fox 5, man. Gotta love it. All right, after this, we gonna go grab a patty. All right, y'all, again, I'm gonna show y'all the realness of the trip and everything. Now, we got the tourist destination right over here. So you see that, that's where the tourists and everything is. Then you come right off the beaten path. I mean, right off the beaten path, bro. I ain't nothing far, maybe 200 blocks. So you got this, bro. You got the real Jamaica. How it is out here, bro. It's not developing by any means. It's just, I think people get this myth of like, hey, you know, they got the resorts and everything, and they drive with the resort town and all that. But there's still an industry of humans here, people that have their own economy. And since COVID, man, like that economy has suffered, bro. There's so many shops that have closed down and everything. Even within the tourist facilities, so much is closed down, so much not open. They're trying, but it's hard. But you know, only thing we can do is spend our money now. So we went to this restaurant while we were there after we did the walk around and everything. And I mean, great food.
It was, it was delicious.
Like delicious food, but that wait staff. Okay, when in Falmouth, the wait staff, everybody. That's the first time I experienced that island time. Like there was no rush.
Yeah. That's something I was gonna mention when you're talking about. Make sure, like you say, book with the locals instead of Caribbean and Falmouth. That's the one thing though, is everything is on island time, is on Jamaican time.
You know,
you cannot rush anybody, and you are free flowing. You got to be really easygoing.
Yeah, like
because it is not like on the ship. It's not like at home, wherever you may live, but it is truly island time.
Yeah, like there was a couple times I had to go get my refills. You know, you're like, oh, like they can't get another water. Like you gotta like walk back in there to get the other water. Like she'll come out when she wanna come out, but you know, like it ain't no rush. Like she just like everybody just doing their thing. You know, they waiting for the food to cook.
Yeah, I waited for my meal to cook.
Yeah.
It wasn't ready yet. I said, I'll wait.
Yeah, like they're waiting for the meal to cook. So while they're waiting for the meal to cook, it's like, all right, like I don't want to waste your time. You know, I'm gonna let you do what you gotta do. I'll come back out when it's ready. And yeah, like they do that. So if you need something, like you gotta go get it. Like it's not like anybody coming to you.
That's the same thing with those excursions. If you book locally, they will be driving on their time. Some of these excursions go an hour away from Falmouth.
Yeah. We saw it on the map.
And you have to pay like tolls. Yeah. It's a far drive. So wherever you're driving, you gotta get there and then make sure you got enough time to be there and then enough time to get back on the boat.
And by the way, it's like it's not no like cheap little toll. Like we're in Jamaica, it's gonna be cheap. Now we talking about like them toll roads like $15-$20 each way. And you paying that. That's not coming out like that's not included in the fare. The fare is just for the rental of the vehicle and the driver. Once you have that driver, like wherever you go, like you're paying for that. So like if you're like, hey, when the driver look back at you, it's $20. Like he looking at you, you know what I mean? When they're like, yeah, to get here it's gonna be $15,000, you know, Jamaican. He looking back at you like, yo, where the money at? like you gotta pay up, bro. You gotta pay up. Like it's like it's. It gets a little hefty. It gets a little hefty going to far places, but beautiful. I mean, beautiful weather, beautiful area, beautiful people. Do not listen to what people say about feeling unsafe. I know in the clip you might have seen things you're like, wow, I didn't know it looked like that. Yes, it might look like that, but I never felt unsafe ever.
You just have to have your regular common sense with you. Yeah. Like, don't wave your wallet around, wave your phone around. Like, keep those close to your person. Just have common sense. Look at what you're doing. Don't walk distracted. But I didn't feel unsafe either.
Yeah. Like I didn't feel like I was guarding my back or had things close to me. Like I said, you saw the clip. I was filming out there, you know what I mean? People saw the camera, they was saying what's up and all that, you know. But again, I wasn't disrespectful, wasn't going in anybody's faces. I didn't go in any shops and start filming, nothing like that. Because again, I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to expose nothing. I'm not saying they do anything illegal. I'm saying that, hey man, you going about your day. Well, I putting the camera in your face. I don't think that's fair for anybody at that point. So, again, we just filmed outside. People were nice. People coming to you offer stuff. You know, if you want it, you want it. You don't, you don't. That's the whole point of the area. Are people gonna talk it down a little bit, try to get you? Yeah, this how they make their money. This how they make their livelihood. I get that. You know, as long as you're respectful, nobody gonna get disrespectful with you. It was pretty good. A couple of guys came up to me, yo man, I got a tour for you right now, man. Follow me this way, man. We go here, we go here. I'm like, nah, brother, I'm good. But I can see if somebody's you said situation, and then they get somebody
not
that,
expecting it,
they might get a little spooked, and then and that's when just don't be disrespectful. Be respectful and say no. That's all. When you're there, people are going to ask you to buy stuff. It probably was it was the most pressure I felt at any one of our ports. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying pressure in the bad way, I'm saying just pressure in general is the most pressure I felt. These people had a job to do, they've been doing this for a while, they know how to get you, and they know how to sell. They know how to sell. Some of the best salesmen come from Jamaica. These people knew how to sell. But just, politely no. Now, on the way back in, when we came back in, they had these beef patties.
Oh. Oof, good beef patties.
Make sure you bring cash with you.
Inside the port.
Yeah, everything is cash. Everything is cash.
Really good.
So, for this right here, probably going to say for Jamaica, you probably want to bring $200, $300. Smaller bills. $200, $300 out with you. Should be able to get you a lot of stuff. I could have spent at least $150 on the patties, though. Jeez. I think they weren't even taxing on the patties though. They weren't taxed. I think the patties were $2, $3 a pop. And it wasn't even taxing on the patties.
Patty. Yeah, they were really cheap.
And for a tourist food, for somebody who loves I love Jamaica food. I go all throughout.
All the time.
Yeah, exactly. I go all throughout Brooklyn. I go all throughout Queens, Harlem, wherever I gotta find it. From Harlem to Brooklyn, I'll find whatever Jamaican spot I got to. When I tell you these patties was busting, I was like, yo, run these back. I gotta take a couple on the boat. Run these back. Now they ain't make it to the boat claim before we got there. I thought we couldn't make it through customs with it. But yo, fire food. Now, we only spent around, I want to say we probably spent around 3 hours in Falmouth. Now the boat's there for a decent time. I think in that port we got around 8 hours worth of port time there. But we went back early because we knew what we wanted to do. We did it. We came back. And
we were there longer than 3 hours though. That lunch took a while.
Yeah. But then we walked around afterwards as well. We walked around a little bit after. 3-4 hours. But we got back on the boat midday. 12, 1 o'clock I want to say. Because again, you get out early that day. So we got back at 12, 1 o'clock. That was one of the best times to experience the boat. We know we said that we didn't get off in Nassau, and that was our fault. And now we know what we're going to do next time. Again, we didn't really, I don't look at it as our fault. We just didn't like it that day. Doing what we did in Falmouth, though, you get off early, do what you want to do, get back on early, you get the double dip. We got to experience a new country, and then we got to experience an empty ship. And it was again, which is really fun. We didn't feel like we left out at all.
Well, I think with Nassau, a lot of people had a similar idea to us. Because there was a big difference even between being on the boat in Nassau versus being on the boat in Jamaica. Because it seems like everyone got off in Jamaica. But it seems like there was still quite a few people that hung behind at Nassau we did.
Well, I will say, so the difference between Nassau and Jamaica, when you get off the boat, it's probably a minute walk to get through the customs gate and like get through. Well, one, there's no customs gate getting in. It's only going out. You gotta go through the customs gate. So going in, this is boom boom. You just go around the corners right there. Nassau, bro, I swear, like that joint is like it looked like it's longer than the airport line, boy. Like that joint like you walking up and down runways trying to get there. They got like switchbacks of concrete, basically like trying to get out there. Like it was long for Nassau. Like from the point you go through customs to get to the boat, it's probably like a 6-7 minute walk. Like no cap, it's a little bit long. It's a little bit long. So like yeah, it's a little bit long for that one. But I said for Jamaica, it's easier to make sure everything's right there. And like I said, it was nice. Wasn't a cloud in the sky that day. People got out. We got out. Then we get back in. Just got to Georgia ship, and again, everything is open. So slides open. The Windjammer was open as well. We didn't go there for lunch though. We probably went there for like a dinner, if you will. I think we went there just for a quick bite. We were in the pool the rest of the time.
It was on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Was when we were there.
Yo, bro, and that's one thing. Being on a cruise ship during the holiday or holidays, if you will, it's interesting, man. Like the stuff that we celebrate in the U.S. Once you leave the country on one of those days, yo, you see it, man. It's very interesting. Like the whole May the 4th, the Star Wars. You see the fun tweets and all that. You see people wear some like cool Star Wars regalia that day and stuff like that. In the hospital, pretty sure people got scrubs and all that for Star Wars. Bruh, when you on the ship, people like, what's it? Not even a thing. Cinco de Mayo, when you in the U.S., everybody going out to Mexican restaurant that night. Everybody got the Dos Equis and the Coronas on deck. You know what I mean? Everybody got their margaritas. Some people call off of work. It's a whole thing. Bruh. The Windjammer was serving, I think, lamb that night.
They had a lot of options, but it was supposed to be like a Tex-Mex theme.
The Windjammer was, a main dining was serving like lamb chops at night.
Oh yeah, main dining had no Mexican food.
Like a Royal Caribbean, that was like, bro, bro, we ain't. If your itinerary is not Mexico, you ain't getting Mexican. Okay.
But the Sabor restaurant, that was packed out.
Oh yeah, that was
a Mexican restaurant on board.
That was interesting. Yeah, that was actually kind of sad because we wanted to get there, but like it was just so booked out you couldn't even get it in the app. Like we were trying to get it day one in the app, and you couldn't get it in the app that night. So I don't think they were actually taking reservations for that night. They were just like a first come first serve for that night. Cause we kept trying and they just wouldn't save for that night. So.
Oh yeah, we were trying to do it when the reservations were first available to even be booked. So I think either, I don't know, maybe it was only for like specialty guests or something. Yeah. Higher club or first come first serve. I don't know. But
like I said, Falmouth for us. What are you saying, baby? Yay or nay?
Yay! I would go back. Yay. Absolutely.
Definitely a yay. So for all y'all thinking about you gonna get off the ship in Falmouth, make sure you do it. Beautiful place. And our next video, you're gonna hear us talk about Lava D, and we got a lot to discuss that video.
It's gonna be a longer video.
It's gonna be a longer video, and it's gonna get a little heavy. So just know when we talk about that, those are all of our opinions and what we saw, and feel free to make your own opinion once you go. But again, thank y'all so much for watching. Love each and every one of y'all, and before y'all close this video, what they gotta do, baby? Subscribe!
Right, Bubs?
Alright. The Bub says subscribe.
He said subscribe.
There y'all go. See y'all in the next one, man. Peace.